He was a chief tax collector. So he was part of the ruling class. He was a rich guy. He was involved heavily in politics, you could say. He was not some small-time operator who went from door to door just for himself. He was a rich and a wealthy businessman. And the people regarded him as a man who was a sinner. He collected taxes and he increased his wealth by taking and keeping anything in excess that did not belong to him. So I guess you could say that Zacchaeus was a man that had everything that he could ever want in life, except of the respect and love of the people in his community. We could liken him to many of the politicians that we see nowadays, who make it very clear, you could say, when they cut payments for vulnerable people and paid extortionate salaries themselves, maybe hardened to the needs of the people in their everyday lives. We don't like our taxes being raised. We hate injustice, right? And it enrages people when rich steal from the poor. So we would not have been supporters of Zacchaeus. If we were around in his time, we would not have liked this guy. And although wealth can buy you many things, it cannot buy you respect and it cannot buy you belonging. So there must have been, if you think about the life of Zacchaeus, he must have had like a real emptiness and a real longing in his life. Deep in his soul, a sense of like gnawing, you could say, like isolation and alienation, because his only friends would have been those that were like him. But I noticed this as I read. There was a hunger in Zacchaeus. He didn't want to just see who Jesus was, he wanted to know who Jesus is. He was short, yeah, but it was the hostility of the crowd really that possibly prevented him from being able to see Jesus. If you think about it, climbing a tree isn't something really that a rich, self-centered man would do. You wouldn't see any politician do that today. But he climbed the tree like a little boy. And as you look at it and you think about that, without realising it, Zacchaeus fulfilled the word that Jesus said that unless we become like little children, we will not see the kingdom of God.